One of these is older than me, and one of these got shipped brand new to me just today. Yes, despite actually having a Virtual Boy, I bought the $100 Nintendo Switch Online Virtual Boy, and I want to talk about it for a second. Your first impression you'll get with this thing is it is a very large box this thing has to ship in. It looks very impressive when you're opening it up, but inside of it is only the shell, some little thing to snap the legs in, and then the legs themselves. If you look on the bottom of the system here, it actually comes with a plate that says Nintendo Switch 2, and it's already mounted on there, and it comes with a separate plate that says Nintendo Switch 1. So if you want to play this with your Switch 1, you're actually going to have to unscrew the Switch 2 plate, put the Switch 1 plate in there. I'm guessing that's just a thing where it'll fit better. I'm sure it'll technically work, but it'll probably just be jostling around there if you have the Switch 1 inside the Switch 2 larger spot. Yeah, this thing feels really nice. It feels about the same as a regular Virtual Boy, which is mainly just a cheap plastic feel, but it still, looks great. The red is very vibrant, very noticeable. Sadly, none of the movable parts on the regular Virtual Boy actually move here. The thing for the focus, they're stuck to one side. They don't actually slide around. They're just fake parts. The controller port is filled in. You can't put anything in there. The volume slider doesn't work. The headphone jack, nothing actually does anything on this thing. This thing is essentially a shell for your Switch 2 to go into, and then I'm guessing just some lenses in here to actually distort the image that your Switch 2 is going to put on when you play these Virtual Boy games, similar to how the Labo VR goggles worked. There's nothing really fancy going on here. It's just a shell with some lenses, but it's pretty cool. One thing I noticed, and I might just be seeing things, but I'm pretty confident in this, is the lenses on the Switch 2 Virtual Boy, the NSO Virtual Boy, are very red, like super noticeably shiny red, while the original Virtual Boy is a more subtle red, because I believe the games in the Virtual Boy, the actual Virtual Boy, are actually outputting red light, whereas the Switch 2 one is more just a red lens that's tricking you into thinking things are red light. That's my understanding of it anyway. But when you're putting the Switch 2 in here, I noticed I was having a little bit of trouble. This little flap on the bottom felt pretty stiff. Unless you put it in just the right angle, it's not going to budge. But then once you get it in there, you'll notice it's going to slide down here into this little pocket. It's going to be a really nice close fit, and then you'll be able to close off the top of this thing just over the top of the Switch 2, and then you can stick your face in this thing and melt your eyes.